Hello plant friends and welcome to my channel. I wish I had more plants. My name is Erica and I love houseplants, and that's what I do on this channel. I share my houseplant journey. And today, once again, I have one of my favorite videos ever to do because that's what I love the most, is repotting. And I have a bunch of plants to repot to check on the roots because some of them I just got, some of them already outgrew their pots, and some of them are just not doing perfectly fine. So yeah, let's see how many plants I am able to work on today, and let's jump into the video and I will show you everything then. Alright, so first let me quickly go through the plants I want to take care of and tell you what I want to do with it, and then let's see how much I can repot today, because I have a lot and I'm not sure if I want to split this video into one or two because it might be a bit too long, which brings me to my question. Let me know in the comments, please, what kind of videos you prefer more, so like about 20 minutes long, or like longer, like half an hour, or like 40 minutes, because I have a lot of plans to work on, so I can make longer videos because I personally always prefer to have longer content from the creators I like. So yeah, that's why I'm asking, and let me think if I will split this video into one or two parts, but yeah, let's go through the plans. Okay, so the first plant I have right here, and it is going to be the first plant I'm going to work on for sure. So this is Anthurium andrianum. I hope I'm not butchering this name, but this is one of the most common Anthuriums, and this one is Black Beauty, and I am super excited to own it. And I just got it a few days ago and it is not in the perfect condition, so I would like to take it out of the spot, repot it into nice soil, and also check what's going on with the roots and remove all of these yellowing leaves. Then the next plant I want to work on is my Philodendron Pink Princess, because it has two babies here and the babies are like starting to have yellow leaves and more of them, and also had a lot of roots growing out at the bottom already. So I want to take it out, repot it, maybe separate the babies and repot it into the new pot. And then speaking of philodendrons, I recently got this tiny philodendron white princess, which was actually $4.50, and it was left with all the dying plants, so I got it, and I got it not so long ago, so I would also like to take it out. It has a few babies in here, and I don't know, I would like to see the roots and see if I need to repot it, or maybe separate some of the babies and grow them separately. I don't know, we will see. The next plant I want to work is, I also got this Philodendron Brazil at the same time I got the Philodendron White Princess, and it is all wonky and leggy, and yeah, I definitely want to repot it because, let me show you, it has this plug inside. You can see there is like a plastic pot inside this pot, and this pot is already really tiny, so I definitely want to see the roots and also maybe chop a little bit of it, because I mean, look at this vine, it's not looking great, but I wanted one and I got it, so we will see what I can do with this baby. And the next plant is this Alocasia Pink Dragon, because once again it is not doing great. Oh, let me show you the leaf. The babies I am growing in the terrarium, and actually very nicely they are doing alright, but also I found this pot has all this freaking larva on it, and I don't know what kind of I don't know if it will focus, but it has this larva on it, and I don't know from what kind of pest it is, and I just wanna remove it, repot it, take it out of the soil, take it out of the pot, wash everything off, and find a new home for it. And the last plant I have is this Ficus, because It also has roots coming out of the bottom a little bit, and also at the top there are roots coming out, so I want to put it in a bigger pot because it also dries out quite fast. And the last plant I have, one of the avocados that is definitely root bound and really in a need of a new pot, so I hope I can do all of these plants today, and if not, again, I will split this video into 2 parts, so let's see what I can do. Okay guys, so I took you lower and I'm going to see how many plants I can fit into today's video, so let's start. I have my bowl here. I am going to be tossing out the old soil into this bowl, and let's start. Let's take this baby out. Oh wow. This is not great. Okay. Let me show you guys. I don't know if you will be able to see, but these roots are just rotted. I mean, this chunk just fell off with all of the roots, so yeah, I am just in time for this plant because wow, just horrible, and it is potted in just like complete cocoa peat, and it is very retaining water. Let me take you a little bit closer. But yeah, wow, okay, this is really bad. I've never seen a plant with so many rotten leaves. Okay, let me take out my scissors. I'm going to cut off all of these dead roots already from here. Okay, so I need to get rid of all of the soil. I feel like I will need to wash these roots in sink to get rid of all of the soil and be able to see all of the dead roots on this poor plant. And yeah, also clean up all of this crusty stuff. Yeah, and in the middle it has that very water retaining plug, the one that plants get started into. Holy schmucks, look at these roots, it's just, everything is just coming off. Like, it only has a very small amount of healthy roots, and I'm really not enjoying it because I was not expecting the roots to be this bad. This plant, it is so pretty to me. Like, I am not a big fan of these Anthuriums because they typically come in this really bright red or white colors. I mean, they have lots of different colors, but those two are the main colors you usually will find them. And this one I came across completely randomly in the store, in the grocery store. Actually, I just went downstairs to grab something in the store and they had a few of these, and I just saw this black bloom, this one, and I immediately fell in love and I just took it and bought it, and I think it was €6. So yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I think I got rid of most of the soil, so let me go wash it off and come back with clean stuff and see what I can save from this plant. Okay guys, I washed off as much as I could, and all of this black stuff here is actually dead roots, and I can see that there is multiple plants here, so I will try to separate them. I really don't want to damage it more than it already is. Okay, so let me cut off, actually let me show you. So all of this black stuff here is all dead roots. So I'm going to cut off everything that is mushy and does not serve this plant any purpose anymore. The structures that are still like really firm, I'm going to keep those on and let it be, even if they are dark and black. Yes. Okay, great. So this is the one that is doing okay. Cleaned it off. Oh, and it's the one with the flower. That's amazing news. Okay, nice. So here is the first piece. It has most of the good roots, so that's quite sad, but I'm going to place it right here for now. Let's see what I can... Okay, so this I separated because I just really want to get in here and remove everything that is rotting, because I don't want the rot to spread, so I'd rather separate it like that and clean this up real good, because I really don't want to lose this plant, because I really like it. Like, I just fell in love with it at the store when I saw it first, and I would like to save it and be able to enjoy it. Okay, so this is all good and nice. And now let's take the last. So usually rotting like this happens when the plant gets overwatered or it is planted in substrate that collects a lot of water, and that's where the overwatering comes from. So basically it's from plants sitting in water for too long and not getting any oxygen, so that's when the rot starts to happen. And since this plant was potted in a completely water retaining soil, and obviously it was watered, I don't even know how long ago, but it was just sitting in water because this soil is still moist, and when I took it out of the pot, the roots basically just fell off very easily, and it was already rotting for I don't know even how long, because this is not great. That leaf was also yellowing, and I don't want to risk with anything that is unnecessary to keep on this plant. Okay, so let me show you what we are left with. So this is the main piece, which has the flower. It has few good roots still on here, so that's quite nice. Now this is the smallest piece. It has a root as well still left, and there's a few aerial roots that are here as well. And then there's these two, which also have still few roots, and it doesn't look that bad. So all of the plants, oops, have some roots still, and that gives me some hope actually. Oh, this one, okay, I missed one. I really hope that it's gonna do well. I have also some rooting powder, and this powder is also like antibacterial, so I am going to sprinkle some on these roots, mainly on the stems here where I am worried, because it's better safe than sorry. And I'm going to just like dip off excess into the soil, which I'm going to be using to pot these babies up, so I think it's gonna be fine. Okay, so all of the plants are dipped in the rooting hormone, and also it's antibacterial, and I do not have hydrogen peroxide because that's what you could also use if you have root rot. You can just dip your plants into some hydrogen peroxide, do your research a little bit and see how much you need to dilute the peroxide that you have, and you can spray out the roots, and it should kill all the bacteria as well. Okay, so let's find a pot for this baby and let's pot it up. Okay, so I think I found a perfect planter, and it is this one. It is like one size down from where it came from, and I feel like it's going to fit perfectly into this planter. It has lots of drainage holes for all of this to drain out perfectly fine. Okay, so I want to put a little bit of this chunk at the bottom so that it can cover all of these holes and wouldn't lose too much soil when I'm watering. Okay, I think that this is good enough. Let's put some normal soil here as well. And let's arrange these babies. Okay, so it seems more or less arranged, and now let me collect all of these leaves. I'm trying to put all of this bark around first, and later all of the small stuff will just fall all in between the roots and this bark, but I prefer to have lots of bark already in there to make sure that it will have some chunkiness and for sure will make these roots have air. Okay, so here it goes. First plant down. It looks really good. I really like it. It's super adorable in this tiny pot. I am not going to water it now for a couple of days just to let the roots recover from all that moisture, all that water that it had to go through. And then after that I will give it a good soak, and I will hope that this plant will be recovering and will do great in the future. So I cannot wait, and now let's move on to the next plant. Okay, I just quickly wanted to pot this baby up into this tiny pot that I have because I don't know, I feel like it's going to look cute and adorable, and I'm going to cut this off. And it already is working on new leaves, so I don't know. Let's give this little guy a chance. Here it is, tiny little plant in a tiny little planter, and it's going to go under my grow lights, and I'm also going to water it probably tomorrow and see how it goes. It's adorable and cute. Okay, so the next plant I wanna work on is this Alocasia Pink Dragon because I feel like it's gonna be quick. Oh yeah, that was really quick. And this planter is way too huge for it. It barely has any roots. I feel like it also had root rot probably. Wow, this is not good. Okay, so I'm going to wash this planter because it has those nasty bugs. I don't know what the hell those are. Yeah, this will go to the sink in a moment. Now let me see. Oh girl. It has few roots starting here, so it needs way smaller planter than what it has right now. Let's see, let's put it in a very small pot. Okay, this is so weird, it's so tiny. Yeah, this plastic is, I feel like, the best choice. So let me wash this off just to make sure there's none of those weird critters. Let me wash the pot and come back in a second. Okay, so I am back. This is what we are working with. Focus, please. And I'm going to be putting it in this tiny pot, and let's see how it will do. Because, I don't know, I like this plant. I would like to save it, but to be honest, I never had much luck with it. Like, since the beginning, it was a bit of a struggle for me. I don't know. I remember when I got it, I was so excited because it was the last one and I found it in between all of these other plants. It was a baby, just had a few leaves, and I brought it home and it does not like it here with me, sadly. But I'm going to try and I'm going to save it, hopefully, because last time I repotted it, I found 2 corms and I potted them up and they are propagating in my tiny greenhouse and they are doing so well and I'm so proud of them. So I would really like the mama plant to, you know, survive as well and make a happy plant, so that maybe at some point I can pot them all together. This is still the soil that has the rooting hormone in it, so I think that that's gonna benefit this plant as well. So here it is in a tiny pot. I will need to find some cute cover pot for it, and then I think we're gonna be all set. Alright, so the next plant I would like to take out of its pot and see what's going on is this beautiful ficus. So yeah, let's see what is up. I got my bowl, I emptied it out, and oof, let us see what is up here in this pot. Alright, so yeah, it seems really root bound. I don't want to mess with this too much because this potting soil is not bad. I potted it here myself. Maybe I'll just remove a little bit from the top and just like loosen up the soil, the root ball a little bit. Oops. That was, of course, that went everywhere, but what you gonna do? And I have this perfect size up planter for it. I have my chunky soil mix right here. There's a lot of it because I just recently made a whole batch. Okay, so I feel like I have quite a good layer of soil at the bottom. I'm just going to place my... I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with my voice. Yeah, so I took a little bit off of the bottom. I'm going to tuck all of these roots from the top back in and just fill in the sides. Let's see if it's straight from all the angles. Okay, no. Okay, so my camera died, but basically I just filled it up with the soil and this is how it looks like. It is going to be going back to its spot, and I know it's actually not big enough, but it fits exactly up until that line and then it just rests on here. But I don't have anything big enough for this. Well, I do have this, but I want to put my avocado here, which I'm going to be potting up next, and it's going to be the last plant for today's video. So yeah, I'm going to keep this as it is because where it's standing you can barely see the planter anyways, so it's going to be okay for the moment. And now let's move on to the last plant, which is my first ever avocado tree. Okay, so this is It cannot fit, I'm sorry. I will show you later, but this is my first ever avocado tree and it has this curve on here and I love it. I have never cut this avocado and it is just growing as is, and it has roots coming out the bottom and it is always thirsty. Like, I watered it today, but it is super light already, so I really want to pot it because avocados grow so fast for me. So right now I'm just like squishing the pot a little, and I potted it up like beginning of the summer or somewhere in the middle maybe. It is not coming out. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I lost a few roots, but it is really okay because this baby has a lot of them, as you can see. Because yeah, I don't know why avocados root so freakishly fast for me, and I'm taking off this pit that's been here since it started because it doesn't need this pit anymore for sure. And yeah, this is how it looks like. I'm going to be putting it in fresh soil in this planter, and I know it seems like a lot, but believe me, these avocados, they grow so fast. I'm absolutely not worried about the size of this planter, and I feel like it's going to fill it in no time, really. Like, for any other plant, I would not recommend this big size difference. Like, look at it. But for this avocado, I am really feeling okay and safe with it being in here. Okay, I'm going to put a bunch of soil at the bottom so it has lots of room to grow down and fill it up with new roots. So it is filled up until like right here, I think. And I'm just actually... No, I will leave the roots as they are and just let them find their own way. I feel like it's going to be completely fine. Okay, I feel like this is perfect. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it fits into this wicker basket perfectly. Now let me take you higher up and show you all the plants we did today, and let's say goodbye. Alright guys, so let me show you all 4 plants that we did today, and I am really proud of every single one of them. So first off is this beautiful Anthurium, and I am absolutely in love. Like, the shape of these leaves, it's like elongated, and they are dark green, like this deep dark green, and the stems are almost black on them. Like, you can see they're all dark, and typically they're like light green, and these are all dark, almost black. And this flower, I just can't get over it, and I will need to clean the leaves off, but yeah, first I wanted to get used to its new home. I'm going to water it in a couple of days, and hopefully, fingers crossed, and this beautiful, beautiful baby will arrive and recover in no time. Okay, the next plant we did was this tiny little Alocasia Pink Dragon. So I found this tiny pink pot for it. Please focus. And I feel like it fits so well with the stem, like they're nearly the same color, and I hope that it's also going to recover. I really want to get this plant. I want to get this plant, you know, like I don't get it right now, and I really want to be able to say, you know, I know how to take care of this plant, because right now I don't, and I'm doing my best, and I will try to keep this moist and not let it completely dry out, and see how it's going to do, because it is standing on my underneath my grow lights behind me in the cabinet, so fingers crossed as well, and we will see. The third plant we did was this beautiful Ficus tenaki, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The latest leaf still has this pinkish vibe around it, and the one before that also. This plant seems to be really happy in my home. It is standing in the window, it gets bright and direct light all day long, and it seems to be thriving, and it seems to be happy, and it filled up the pot quite fast, and I hope it's going to fill this pot up just as fast with no issues. And yeah, this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like from the top. I love it. I am so proud of this plant. And yeah, let's move on to the last plant that we did today, which is my first ever avocado tree that I grew from the seed and in general. And yeah, this is how it looks like, all in all glory. And I'm going to water it. I'm going to water all of my plants except for Anthurium, and I'm pretty sure this avocado will fill this spot up also in no time, because it grows so fast, and I love the way it looks like it has this umbrella shape right now, and I'm just really digging it. Like behind it has nothing because it is always facing one direction for the sun. I'm not rotating it, and this is how it looks like, and I love it, and it's crazy and cute. And yeah, I just taped it to the stick so that the stem would have this curved shape, and that's all I did to it. So that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see all the rest of the plants I said I'm going to be working on today, then stay tuned, because I am still going to repot them today. I just decided that this video is going to be already long enough on its own, so please let me know again in the comments if you prefer longer or shorter videos, and I will try to do my best to achieve that for you guys. And yeah, stay tuned. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, then please do so, so then you definitely will not miss the second part of this video. And I'm going to be I'm really excited, because I'm going to be repot both of my philodendron princesses, white and pink one, and dig in to see what's up with the babies. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna be fun, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please consider giving it thumbs up. It means a lot to me. And yeah, let's chat in the comments. What kind of content do you like? Because I love making repotting videos. I love getting in dirt, and I love watching repotting videos. So yeah, let me know, let's chat. And with all these plants around me, I can't help but wish I had more plants. See you in the next one, guys.